coffee. Like leopard skin. Abstract painting, to me, is just sort of something I do because I don't have enough time to really express myself. Sort of. It's an extra way of... I shouldn't say extra. It's like it is an easier way, quicker. It's quicker. You know, I save time and energy, and I'm able to express myself the way I would like to, say what I want to say through my art. You know, I'd love to sit there for 5 or 6 hours at a time and do my oil paintings, but I just don't have enough time to do that. You know, I really don't. There's not enough time in a day. And it bugs me that I can't give justice to all these beautiful places that I know, and people and things and stuff I want to paint, you know? Just, I have a lot on my mind all the time. So I think the outlet of doing abstract painting has been something that has been kind of helping get a weight off my shoulders, which it's taken a little while because I had so many. And I think because I started doing it, it also kind of started adding more, because I started to realize, okay, hey, here's another channel I can kind of use here. And so, yeah. That's why I do a lot of abstract paintings. And there's just so much creativity to it as well, like in the way that you paint it. I think that's really what it comes down to me. It's like a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times it is about how you go about painting it. You know, like there's just so many different approaches you could take, you know, and it's all, okay, I've never taken this approach before, let's try this. And it's never really like a failure thing. It's like you can always have a lot of confidence in that, and it's like that feeling of like, this is the first time I've done this, and you know, you're almost always going to have some pretty good confidence in that, you know what I mean? And it's a cool thing, you know, to be able to feel that you've reached a new level in yourself, that you've reached a new territory within yourself, that you haven't reached this far before, and you know it, and you're reaching farther into it because you know it. You know, that's the best feeling in the whole world, in my opinion. To be able to recreate that, reinvent that, yeah, it's a gift. And I want to not take it for granted and be as grateful as I can for it. And, you know, abstract painting is something that I think some people might think is lazy, or think is like not as substantial or something. Not everybody, but I think a lot overall. Like when you compare it to like oil paintings and things like that, it's not as technically impressive. I think you know, it's more impressive, I think, to sit down for, you know, like a whole work day. Like that's what you're doing for work, is doing an oil painting, really, you know. I think that's more impressive, like if you could pull that off, especially in modern days. Like, you know, after everybody's already done all the good ones, nobody really cares anymore that much. I mean, few people do, but not nearly as many. Nobody's really historic anymore. Nobody's really groundbreaking. Nobody's really like done anything that nobody else has done anymore. And I think that whole approach, that there's something to that, you know. It's, I know I might be going off excuse me, on kind of a heavy branch here, but the band Pantera has a song called Immortally Insane. I listened to it last night, and it was one that I don't really normally listen to. It's a really lesser known. It's on Reinventing the Steel, which isn't necessarily their most popular. It's a solid album, great album, but it's one of their least popular of all of their whole discography, which is hard to say because it really is up to par with pretty much all the other stuff that they did. Just, you can tell that they're kind of hanging up their hats to some degree. And like, this is it, so it's not as drug fueled. I'll just put it that way. But yeah, they've got a song called Immortally Insane, and I think what that makes me think of is like mortally sane, but thinking in opposites. But really I'm backing up, because what I was really trying to say is I lost track of thought there. Sorry. What I was really trying to say is that it when you realize you've done something that's gonna last forever, it drives you insane. It really does, and I don't think very many people get to feel that feeling. I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, but it's real, like not very many people really genuinely get to feel that feeling, and their ego never really inflates. Like, that's a bad thing, like, you should know that you're good at something, like, you should. I would hope that you'd feel that way, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not true, but I know that there's a reason why I feel the way I do. I know I deserve it. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but like I said in my last video about abstract painting, it's once you wait till my life is over before you judge my work, because I'm not done yet.